Another week, another podcast, and we're going to talk about, well, we're going to talk about different things, aren't we?
Yeah, a few different heartwarming topics, if you like.
Yeah, Fionn came in with me, so Fionn thinks of a topic every single week, and I just said, let's do something different, because we did a post on Sunday, we thought we got a lot of response from that.
Yeah.
And normally I do a post and no one ever comments.
Yeah.
And it gets like 10 views. like 5 likes. And I've been posting for years. And it gets really depressing when you literally just post.
When you've got like 50,000 followers. But like
and normally what's funny as well, is it's normally when you look at people that like it, it's Becky, Mum, right, you, Charlie, like that's 4, Ollie, Jonesy, that's 6, right? And there's like 3 of the random people, probably the dog's one of them, probably Murphy liking it. So we thought, because we got a response from that topic, we're going to have a little chat about it. So in terms of, we're calling this a heartwarming talk, because what we don't want to do, we don't want to bracket this as mental health this or mental health that, because we by no means are experts in mental health. We're not saying that at all. I'm not saying that I know the key to clinically diagnosed conditions. I don't think you do either, do you? No. However, what we would like to do is share some hints and tips on what we do that would benefit you out there. Would you say that, sir?
Indeed, yeah.
That disclaimer done.
Yeah, trying to disclaim.
They don't want to sue us for that afterwards.
Well, yeah, the aim of the game is not to act as if we know anything, just talk from our experience, I suppose. And I think that's what the whole podcast and doing the Zoom talks is about. Is, you know, although we know a fair bit about the fitness side of things, a lot of the other topics we discuss are just from our own experiences and just trying to share ideas, I suppose, bounce ideas off other people and try and get them to think of their own or share theirs with ours, because it's we're all in this together, I suppose. It's community, isn't it?
Yeah. Do a song for that, can't we? We're all in this together.
Every time that.
We can do our own theme tune. Yeah. Get a costume. So what I like to say is, right, I want to get straight to it, because I always think to myself, it's good to get straight to the nitty gritty of it. Yeah. Now, the post I did on Sunday, I was talking about, I think people dwell too much in what happened in the past. I.e., if you've lost a job, you've lost a partner. I mean, not lost as in, like, you know, for maybe you've broken up with a partner, for example. And don't get me wrong, we've all had breakups, right? You've been through breakups, right? I've been through breakups.
Not nice.
They're not nice, are they?
No.
Yeah. But what I don't get, and this is what I don't get, is you, not you personally, but people just constantly going over again. Oh, I could have done this different. I could have done that different. You didn't do anything.
But you didn't. Yeah, that's the thing. You didn't do that. So why are you festering about it?
Yeah. And also, that probably wasn't the person that you were. So, for example, if you broke up with people who said, "Oh, you weren't fun, you weren't," those kind of things. Yeah. That's the personality yourself. Yeah. You can't change who you are. That's you as a person.
Well, you shouldn't change who you are. Well, my mum talks to me about it quite a lot, and it's I have the mindset that if you're not like a certain thing, like if you're not a certain way, you shouldn't change yourself for other people. Yeah. Now it's quite a fine line, because you know you don't want to just go around pleasing people and just not being yourself. However, I understand that there probably are certain times and certain places for being a slightly having different views, or just being a bit toned down on your views and stuff like that. But I don't think you should change who you are and what you do just based on either a relationship or a job or something like that, because you're just not going to be comfortable. You're just not yourself. Yeah. No point.
No, I agree with you. And I think I've got plenty of views, but like I got views on COVID and what's going on. But I wouldn't necessarily.
You wouldn't shout around.
The houses, because it's just going to upset people. Yeah. I mean, I personally, I'm going to wind people up. I don't vote, right? No. I don't vote once, right? And then I understand, I get told off all the time by not millions of people, that's a bit excessive, maybe hundreds of people, right? Maybe 10 people, right? Saying, and I should. My point of not voting is, it's not a stance or anything, it's the fact of, I don't take enough interest in what each party is saying, so I don't feel like my vote is educated enough. Yeah. So I feel like actually, it's like, in a way, you know, doing an exam but not doing any research on, like, I don't know, it's like, you know, going in blind or something. Picking a random person.
Yeah. It's like a multi-choice question, and you don't actually know the answer. You just got to pick one for some reason.
Yeah. You see the posters hanging around. Yeah. And you see the colour blue, and I think, oh, I'll vote for them.
I like blue because
or I like red. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. But going back to it, I just think to myself nowadays, it's like you can't say anything anymore. So like people think, and this is my view, right? People think it's okay to have like typically a lazy day.
Yeah.
Now my idea of a lazy day, right, would be getting the dogs and going for a walk, going for a sea swim, then going for a roast, right, and then maybe go around and see my parents. That is my idea of a lazy day, right? But that involved going out, getting some sunlight, getting some steps in, spending time with family, loved ones, and that is my idea of a lazy day. Now, when did it become acceptable for a lazy day to be literally lying in bed all day, binge watching Netflix? Is that a generational thing, or is that?
I think I'd say it is, because the younger generation have been introduced to, like myself, have been introduced to the things like Netflix and Now TV, and having laptops and iPads at their expense all the time. I think that's now become acceptable for the whole of society, because children pick up on stuff that adults do, like mature stuff that they do. Whereas I think that it works the other way around. Adults pick up on stuff that the children do. So things like you're lazing around all day, I think that adults would have picked up on that, and that's how society's become now. And it's become so available. Like, you used to have to go out to the cinema to watch a film, really, didn't you? Or you had to wait till 9 o'clock on film 4.
Yeah, definitely.
Whereas now it's there, So it's I think that's it. We've become too complacent with the things that we've got within life, and people are just getting lazy, I suppose.
People want that with fat loss, don't they? People want
instant result, and it doesn't happen, does it? No.
Yeah, someone says deficit for like 3 days and then wonder why they haven't lost a stone. How much you've been overeating for the last year? Like, you're not going to lose it in 3 days, are you? Like, you can't get things instant. And if it was instant, everyone would walk around with 6-pack abs. Yeah, you can go to Costa, which I'm going to in a minute. I might get a coffee in like a minute. But the thing is, that's what I love about getting in shape. It requires hard work.
Yeah, it's a journey.
You can't do it overnight.
We haven't said it in a while, but it's falling in love with the process, isn't it?
Yeah. And that's what I love about it, because no matter how much money you throw at it, you can throw the money. You get all the fancy kit, all the fancy trainers, the supplements. You get people to prep your food for you.
You can buy like James Smith.
Yeah.
A massive fitness guy within, he does Instagram and emails, does seminars and all that kind of stuff. But he does he doesn't cook. Yeah. He literally hasn't cooked for years.
People can afford it, it's fine.
Yeah, and you can but he's in the position where he can do that, whereas a lot of people don't realise that they're not in that position yet, I suppose. He worked to get there.
I used to have a person who used to buy his own food and still used to overeat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they used to have that and then more.
And then another meal.
Yeah, so it's like it comes down to discipline. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's good because it cuts out the prep work. Yeah. Definitely, if you can afford it, do it. It saves time. Yeah. I do it personally. But then if I look at the cost of it, and I think, well, that's not.
Is it cost effective? Yeah.
Yeah, at the moment. But I probably get to a situation where I'd love to just wake up and go to my fridge and just pull out breakfast and lunch.
Yeah.
Job done. But what I would say is going back to it. So we talked about that, right? We've gone off on a tangent. Yeah. I don't think it's okay to literally do full. I don't think that's right. Okay. And I think what we're doing is we're creating a society of lazy people.
Yeah.
Right. And people can say, oh, they've got busy lives, they've got this and they've got that. But if I went down and saw Graham, right, the Golden G, and I saw one of our classes who's 76, yeah, you know what I mean, right? And he used to work 7 days a week, and he's super slim in great shape.
Yeah, and he's in better shape than most of the people you see around the place. It's amazing. He's 76.
And that's because he still does all the basics.
Yeah.
Goes out for walks, does a lot of manual work, does a lot of housework, gardening, all that lot. So
he knows what he eats as well.
And he's had kids, and he's got a wife. And
he's got kids, does he?
Yeah.
He does,
yeah. But this is what I'm saying. It's people make excuses. Oh, I'm busy. Yeah. Everyone's busy, right? Everyone's busy doing their own thing, regardless of what kids or not. We haven't got kids, right? I've got 2 dogs I have to walk every single day.
Yeah.
Love it, right? But if you've got kids, I understand it's maybe more difficult, but it's not impossible because many people.
If someone else can do it, that's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
If someone can do it, then surely you can do it as well.
If you work different types of shifts. I understand it's not nice to be working a night shift, but I've seen many people stay in shape. Andrew that comes on.
Andrew Frogs, probably, and Marianne as well. Shout out to both of them.
Yeah,
done really well.
So, to me, it's just excuses, and it's excuses to say, "Oh, it's all right to do this." It's like when COVID's going at the moment, it's all right not to exercise or not to get out and be active.
Which is on the flip side because it helps massively in terms of your chances of staying healthy, I suppose.
And surviving it.
Yeah.
Everyone knows the best way at the moment to be is a healthy
and
active. Because it's a respiratory problem. So the fitter you are, cardiovascular and lung-wise, it's going to pay dividends.
Whereas, which I don't understand where people's standpoint is, because, you know, a lot of people were unhappy about the gyms reopening and saying, you know, there's a lot of warriors saying that the gym should be open, all this kind of stuff, where actually that's the prime place where people should be. I mean, was it Charlie the other day put out a figure? It was like 22 million people returned to gym.
If Charlie put that figure out,
and like 78
I wouldn't say it was 100% fat, but however, it could be.
It could be.
Yeah.
It was like 22,000 or 22 million people returned to gyms, and there was like 80 or 78 COVID cases or something like that.
You get more in universities.
Yeah.
Which shows that obviously people having a lot of house parties.
Running around.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's true though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's suddenly gone rife there.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But when it comes down to COVID though, the people you were saying worrying, right? I think you've got 3 tiers. Yeah. I like my views.
My boss.
Right, yeah. You've got 3 tiers. You've got a 3-tier system. You've got the people that were already lazy, right, which use it as an excuse not to exercise. So they're basically like, oh, I can't go now because
as soon as COVID hit,
they're
in their element, yeah.
Shot, another excuse.
Netflix
right?
all day.
Yeah, so that's another excuse. Oh, I can't go to the gym because it's right for COVID.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't seen anyone one case in the gym where I've been working, right? None of the people we've trained as clients have got it.
And we've been up here for weeks on end since as soon as it reopened that way,
And we've got over 300 members, and we've been found it. So that's one band, right? The next band is genuine people who worry, like your mums, right? Who actually genuinely like a bit worried about the situation, and they're a bit unsettled about it all. And then you've got other people that love fitness and were like, I need to do it for my mental health.
Yeah.
I'm in that
tier 3,
Yeah. So
but it's hard for people to be in that position if they're not already there. So
exactly.
That's why people need to reach out. If you're in that position, obviously, just let us know what we can do to help to try and change your mindset. I think it's all a mindset thing at the moment. A lot of people can get themselves into quite a submissive mindset to the whole situation. You're kind of letting the dark, horrible thoughts come into your head about the worst case scenario, what could go wrong, and looking at the wrong figures. Some people are looking at the death figures rather than looking at the survival figures. It's like your glass is half empty, half full. You can look at it 2 ways. You know, there's new evidence of like potential cures coming out. You know, there's the hospitals have become more effective, all this kind of stuff. But people are still focusing on the worst case scenario and all the things. So if you do need help changing the way you think about the things like that, it's always just come to us, isn't it?
Definitely. And coming on to that, right, which is interesting, is we're talking about uncontrollables and controllables.
Yeah.
A lot of us can't control, we can't. The spike's going up, right? Yeah. So the only thing we can do is take more care of our hygiene, keep our distance, wash our hands multiple times, exercise, and do these controllable factors.
That's what we can do.
But what we don't want to be doing is watch the news every single day and worrying about every single thing in different areas and different regions. Because as long as we do correct hygiene, get plenty of rest, exercise, eat a great diet, spend time with social people, socialise to make sure we're obviously socialising still for our mental health, all of those figures, then we're looking after ourselves. If we choose not to do any of that, that's what's going to put us.
That's what's going to affect us on the situation. Yeah. Like yesterday, I come in here. I remember we had a meeting, me and Luke, it was about 4:30, and he said to me, "Oh yeah, about Boris closing the gyms. I don't think it's going to close here." I had no idea. I had no clue. When did he make that announcement?
7
in the morning.
In the evening.
Was it?
It was already you kind of know what's going to happen.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, it's just like you try and steer away from, because if you're watching that, then you're taking it in.
Yeah.
And if you're taking it in, then that's going to fester inside your head. Whereas if you don't let that thought in the first place, that's not going to be bouncing around your head without even thinking about it. So just don't expose yourself to them things.
I think
in the first place.
I mean, you're going to get the news anyway. I don't watch the news and I get every update going.
Yeah,
I see
word of mouth.
Everything's going along. Yeah. I just look at Charlie Social. He gives me all the updates. But coming on to so going back to the post then, there's things we can control and things we can't control. Stop dwelling in the past, right? If you used to be in shape when you were younger, if you used to have a great relationship, if you used to have a great job, or things have happened in your situation, i.e. health-related things, anything at all, whether they were a direct result of your actions or they weren't, they're in the past, right? We can dwell, and we can say, oh, I used to be this, I used to be that, or I used to earn this. But truth is, no one really cares, right? Because the fact is, the here and now, and the present, it's what you're doing right now and what you've got goals set for the future. You need to be in the present, but you need to also be setting goals for the future, because you can't live in the future. Because if you live in the future, you're constantly thinking, I want to earn more money, or I want to get this better job, or I want to go on this holiday. You need to be focused on what you're doing right here and now, but have recognized goals, i.e. weight loss goal, i.e. fitness goal, i.e. work-related goal, monetary goals, you know, family goals. There needs to be some sort of outlook into where I want to be. So when you go for your job interview, and people always do the old usual, where do you want to be in 2 years, 5 years, and 10 years time, right? And then you're looking across the table thinking, well, I probably want to be above you, right? But you don't want to say it.
You don't want to say it.
You need to have those goals in place.
I think it would be quite an interesting thing to say that in an interview, though. That shows that you're... I'd probably say that if I actually thought that, I'd probably say that in an interview, because that shows the person that you're actually keen and committed, and well, you're a bit of, you know, you've got a bit of fire in you.
That's driven, yeah.
But rewinding back to what you said about, you know, if you've been in a past relationship, or if you used to be in great shape, the thing is, what people don't understand is if you've already been there, why can't you go back there again? Like, what if you've already been in that situation? You've shown you're capable to be in shape. Yeah. You've shown that you can eat well. You've shown you can exercise and stay consistent with it. If you've been in a relationship, you've in a good relationship for X amount of years, or it could be months, but it was amazing at the time. You've shown that you have the skills to upkeep that for a certain amount of time. So instead of dwelling on the fact that it ended, why don't you change your mindset to the fact that you could uphold that for a certain amount of time, and rather than saying, oh, I used to be this, say that I can be this, I just need to do something to get the steps towards it. Yeah. Yeah.
So I think about it like a job. Sometimes you have jobs that go well to start off with, and then you realise the job wasn't what you thought it was. Yeah. Right? And you realise it just wasn't you. Doesn't mean you failed.
So I'm handing my notice next week. Yeah.
Just means you didn't enjoy the job. It wasn't what you set out, you know, for it to be. So you shut the job and you move on. Right? Yeah. Like a relationship. Some relationships flourish, some don't. And the thing is, the sooner you realise that, the better, because then you can move on and go for the next thing. Yeah. But the grass isn't always greener. That's the thing. Yeah. So there's a flip side to that.
Sometimes it is, isn't it? Yeah. You're never going to get perfection. That's what I think a lot of people need to realise. You're never going to achieve perfection. You can just be better every day.
Yeah, 100%.
Just try to be better than last time. But it's never going to be perfect.
Nothing. Of course it isn't. Nothing's perfect. That's the thing. And also get up days and down days. So when I get down days, everyone always goes, I get it all the time. Oh, you've always got so much energy. You'll always be like this.
You don't see it behind closed doors.
I'm not always like it. Yeah. Last night, right, we put the TV on. I've literally got back, 7:30? I got back, just 7:30. Showered, changed, got lunch, better than lunch, really like. Had tea, 8:30. She cut my hair, 9 o'clock. We put Knives Out on. Knives In, Knives Out. Daniel Craig's anyway. It's all right. I just keep falling asleep. You film, yeah. Literally,
you fell asleep.
9:20, bang, asleep. Woke up
on the sofa?
The sofa. It's been happening like all the time. Yeah. Shit. Then what I do is go to bed. So I literally work from 7 in the morning. Was she was asleep as well. What? So I work from 7 in the morning, right? Till like 7:30.
Yeah, I said that to my mum as well.
And then I get home and I fall asleep. I'm literally back in here again at 7. It's like a conveyor belt. Yeah. But what I would say is,
it out.
I do get a couple of hours off in the afternoons. I can't complain. But I'm just saying, some days you just don't get, things happen, don't they? Yeah. Some days you get long days, some days you get short days. It pees me off when people bitch and moan all the time. They don't do anything about it. And I'd say to myself, you're in control of your own actions, right? And you dictate what life throws at you. Yeah. Right? Well, that's a lie. You don't dictate what life throws at you, but you can control
how you deal with it.
Yes, see? That's why I need you in it. Yeah. Right? So before I say something wrong and say something offensive to people.
Got whiskey in that coffee.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, always start with non-negotiables, i.e. you say getting some light exposure. First thing in the morning, getting outside, right?
Just some outdoor exposure, yeah.
Job done, right? Go for a walk first thing in the morning, okay? If you work early and you can't go for a walk first thing in the morning, I understand. I could say get up earlier. You might not want to get up earlier. In the afternoon, go for a walk. Because normally if you work early...
On your lunch break.
Exactly.
Lunch break.
You can eat better quality food. And you can all exercise. Exercise is free. You can either walk, you can run, you can do Zumba, you can do gym sessions, it's your complete choice. But the fact is, don't moan and complain if you're not doing the things in place to put you in a good position.
I think My granddad, also a key tip I want to throw out there is my granddad taught me about this thing. It's the 5 P's.
Yeah.
Preparation prevents piss poor performance.
Yeah.
So like this morning, I couldn't find it. It's a stupid example, but I wear my socks now, right? But I couldn't find any socks this morning because my mum had done the washing.
Yeah.
Right, and I was running around, blue arse fly, all this kind of stuff. I've already had my breakfast, I've brushed my teeth, all that ready, all that kind of stuff. I couldn't find any bloody socks. So when I look back to last night, what was I doing before I went to bed? It was about 8:30. What was I doing? I was sitting down watching TV with my mum. Had the fire on, whatever. Went up to my room. I always tidy my room before I go to bed, just make sure it's all nice and neat. And then I sat in bed.
When you were in the fire, did you have like a dressing gown and slippers on?
No, I didn't.
Carry on.
Shorts.
Yeah, carry on.
Oh, cup of cocoa.
Yeah, you sound like me now.
No, and then I went upstairs and just chilled in my room before I went to sleep and all this kind of stuff. But that's like an hour and a half where I could have had either my lunch ready or I could have, made my shake for the next day. Could have found my socks, which is what I'm talking about. So if you're saying that you don't have enough time during the daytime, then why don't you make time before you? But we all spend countless hours when we get home from work not really doing a lot. I understand that mums put away the washing and the dads, get the logs in and everyone does their own bit, do the dishes, tidy up the kitchen after dinner, all that kind of stuff. However, there's always an hour and a half of downtime, where you could be putting yourself in a less stressful situation for the next day.
Everyone's got downtime.
Yeah,
Everyone's got down. It bores me when I hear
listening
that.
to people saying
busy.
Yeah.
I don't. It doesn't.
And look at your screen time, for example.
Yeah.
If you look at your screen time, like mine's, I'm not saying that mine's is great, because mine's is like 3.5 hours a day.
Yeah.
3.5, 4 hours a day, easy, and that's on a good day. So I know for a fact that if I'm not prepared during the daytime, I can't say to myself that I don't have time, because I know that I've spent 2 hours on Instagram, or I've spent half an hour on Facebook, or I've spent time watching a couple of episodes of Friends.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like there's no excuses in reality to having no time, because we all have the time at the end of the day. You just need to find it. You need to make it.
Well, I used to think, I'll tell you what, I'm going to end with this, right? Because when I used to go out weekends, I used to get drunk, and then something used to happen. I used to just go, oh, it wasn't my fault.
What do you mean?
Something, you get in an argument with someone,
and
you say, oh, it wasn't my fault. But then you go, oh, it wasn't me, blah, blah, blah. But the point is, even if it wasn't your fault that caused the argument, right?
Yeah.
You were the one that got drunk in the first place, right? So you're a direct action of you, like I can't think of the words to use, but like it's a consequence to your actions. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So you chose to get so drunk that you couldn't control your situation, couldn't control
yourself.
Situation. Yeah. I.e., when people go, oh, it's poor me. Like if you've had a situation when you were younger, right, that maybe has affected your life and that maybe led you to overeat.
Yeah.
I understand that. But there's nothing stopping you from sorting that out now.
Yeah.
And going and seeking help.
Nipping
you know what I mean?
Bud, yeah.
Getting a personal trainer, maybe in psychology about it, maybe actually going to talk to someone about the issues to control that overeating situation. But only you can take responsibility for it and control it.
Yeah.
I can bang on about calorie deficit till I'm blue in the face, right? I can bang on about steps. I can bang on about food, protein goals.
Just the things behind it.
Workouts,
really count,
what rep range to work on. It's the process. It's you that's in control of it. You're in the driving seat, and if you choose not to do anything about it, and you just want to moan about it, that's your choice. But you're going to be here in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years in the same situation, probably worse, still moaning.
And the thing is that I don't want to offend anyone saying this, so obviously I'm just putting that out there before I say it, but if you really did have a care in the world about whether it's how you look or what your weight is or the fact that you can't lift as heavy as you could a couple of years ago, if you really cared that much, you would do something about it.
Yeah.
And people would. You wouldn't be like someone who posts on Facebook ranting about bloody Jimmy coming down his ped at like 10 o'clock at night or something. Do you know what I mean?
I know. Yeah. Or you get people going, oh yeah, oh god, oh man. I saw some.
He was
boys
taking his bins out at 11 o'clock.
You know what? I see some people writing stuff, right? And I think to myself, what planet are you on? Like, you've got the effort to put in that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, some people, it makes me, honestly, it baffles me. Spend that attention on looking after yourself. Do some mindfulness, meditation.
Spend that 5 minutes of posting on Facebook on looking up how to change whatever it is that you're.
Spend 10 minutes writing that post out, right? Yeah. Why not spend 10 minutes on mindfulness?
Yeah.
Why not spend 10 minutes on gratitude diary?
Yeah.
Appreciate what you do. Why not spend 10 minutes go for a walk or ring a mate? Like, rather than I've got time to post, because sometimes I look through and I think to myself, it makes me laugh, and it really cheers me up. But I just think
yeah,
to myself,
it lasts me cheers me up as well.
What, like, why do you sit there and think to yourself, that's a good use of your time? Like, it makes anyway. Right, on that one, we're in the nut one, shall we? I like that one. I like that finisher. That's an absolute finisher. We should read them out sometimes.
Yeah. Just anonymous. Oh, yeah, you'd upset some people.
Yeah. Hey, on that one, that's another episode done and dusted. I hope that helped. I hope we did actually give some content from that rather than just an absolute nonsense. But what I would say is maybe what's happened in the past isn't your fault, right? I get that. I've been in situations that weren't my fault, but I've also been in situations which I created the issue, and then I moaned afterwards that, oh, poor me. It's about time we all stop playing the poor me card, right? We've all in this situation. We've all had situations go on. It's about time we took actions rather than sit there and wallow, dwell, present, goal setting, future. I can't say any more than that.
Nothing else on the matter, no.
You say that?
No.
That's over and out from us.
Yeah.
Hey.
Just always message us if you need any help with anything. That's what always trying to preach it, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Always here.
Gotta plug it. Hey, see you all soon, everyone. Like I said, if you do need any help from us at all, send us a message. You've got us on socials, or you can send us an email. Just reach out. We're happy to help, all right? Any question it may be. See you all soon. Have a good one.